This car is raspy as hell. And I hate it. What in tarnations? Too much power. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are starting our morning off at my homie David's pad. If you guys have seen the last video, we dropped off some interior for his CRX, and we're actually back over here now because you got some free time and we're gonna cut out this roll cage. But first and foremost, the raspiness in this car is so freaking annoying, dude. It's unbelievable. I don't think I've ever driven a car that has this much rasp in it. And technically, raspiness is just coming from an exhaust system that doesn't have a resonator or a catalytic converter, and this car doesn't have either or. If you guys have seen the junkyard video that I did with Higgins Built, I actually bought a resonator from the junkyard, which was fairly new. It was just in the junkyard. I got it for super cheap, and I'm gonna be installing that later today because I drive this car every day now that the van is out of commission, and I can't stand the raspiness. I'm also used to being a turbo, driving a turbo car.
They don't have all day breakfast.
Oh, they don't have all day breakfast?
No.
They don't have, McDonald's doesn't have all day breakfast? That's crazy. But anyways, so we're back over here, and we're gonna be cutting out the roll cage. It seems that somebody had cut this cage out before and reinstalled it, and when they did, they tubed it. So they cut it somewhere in here, they slipped the tube over it, I mean beforehand, and then they welded it back. Underneath it's not welded, it's like maybe a quarter not welded on all of the unaccessible areas, and so is the top. Now when I put this in my car, what I am going to do is I'm going to go get some, like this, how do you say, those little disconnect joints to weld in, where it uses 2 screws to bolt in, you know, the crossbars and, you know, the top bars and stuff like that. Now you guys may think it's unsafe, but if you really think about it, an auto power roll cage is just something to stabilize the chassis, not an actual roll bar like when the car rolls over. So this is not meant for like drag racing or anything like that, where it actually could kill you more than an actual roll cage. This is meant for like autocrossing or circuit type of racing. I just want to stiffen up my chassis, and because David's hooking me up with the cage, I might as well just put it to use. And I'm gonna get those joints to put one here, one there, make this disconnectable, put one on the top, make that disconnectable. Again, the Cusco roll cage is just like that. It's all, you know, bolted joints at all points on the Cusco cage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it where they welded the tubing right here, and that's where I'm going to add the joints when I get them in. I am going to leave these guys here because I believe we can probably take this whole front bar section out as a unit. We're going to cut this bar out, that bar out, and then this whole back hoop should come out as a unit. So that's a pretty thick bar.
It's a pretty thick bar?
That's a pretty thick bar. Like right in front of that weld, yep, right there. Yeah, look at that. Definitely thicker than my other auto power roll cage, for damn sure. Scary, dude.
It's going a lot faster.
Yo, that shit went hella quick.
It's only one ply.
Oh yeah, it's missing removed material.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, they removed material right there.
Yeah.
Well, that's good then. You hit it right on the spot.
I hit, yeah.
Dude, you hit that right in the middle too. Like, talk about perfect, dude.
Oh yeah, no.
Or use that.
Oh, my smacking shit. Here we go, hold this back.
Yeah, that side. Well, that works. Oh, that's just me now. Yeah, that's pretty close up. Yeah. Forward. All right, guys, so the goal was to take off the front hoop by itself, but it was a struggle with a small trunk, small doorway, and David went ahead and just cut the welds off, and then we hammered the second section off of the main hoop. And whoever did the cut on these bars did a really clean cut. Like, they didn't remove a lot of material. It was just one cut and butt up. So got the, what is it, 6.1, 0.2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cage is out of the car. And I can't take this home right now because obviously I'm driving my CRX, and he's probably gonna drop it off later, or I'm gonna come back later with the van to pick this up. But it is out of the car. We're not gonna put this in my car right away. We still got to sort everything out with the KRX first because the car is still out of commission. So David actually has an anti-roll bar in his car, and the joints that I was talking about were these. Now the one that I'm trying to get is the one that goes into the actual bar itself, the interlocking ones. But if we have to do it like this will work perfectly fine. And yeah, anyways, this is David's S2K, one of the two. The other one's gone, but this is his daily pretty much. And yeah, I just realized now that he has a cage in here. So yeah, I'm super stoked. What he's actually going to do right now, he's going to drop off this cage to my place since his brother's not needing to go to work in, you know, a little while. So we got it all loaded up, about to take off. That's pretty cool to see. We are back at the pad, and I want to work on this bumper probably the last portion of this video. I want to get that black all nice and trimmed up, and the molding also painted black as well too. But before we work on this car today, what I wanted to do with this car was to sand as much as I can before the night falls. And actually, before we get to working on this car, I want to fix the exhaust on the red CRX. Now, I went to the junkyard. I picked up this resonator for dirt cheap. And it's definitely an aftermarket unit from like your typical muffler shop, and it just has a dent on it from like maybe the forklift driver picking it up from the center of the car. But this is about the same size tubing that's on the car. This is definitely going to help with the raspiness. So all I'm going to do right now is move this car off the driveway, park it over there, move the all-wheel drive CRX here, cut the pipe out, add in the resonator, weld it shut, and then we'll bring the HF back on the driveway. Right now I'd find a place to put all this stuff because we'll figure it out. So one thing I noticed this morning when I got out of my room was it rained yesterday. Kind of weird because it doesn't seem like it at all, right? But the whole floor, everything was all wet in the backyard. I don't know how much it rained, but I can't say if it did. It's not wet back here at all. At all. So that's good to know. But we are definitely still going to run the water hose on here to make sure that we're not having any further leaks. And yes, I am sitting on a piece of block. Damn, that really does hurt. Hopefully you guys can hear that raspiness over the fuel pump. So let's get this car jacked up and figure out where we're putting this resonator. Quick little dilemma. I went to go look underneath the car real quick, and I thought this was a stock exhaust system. I don't remember when I put it together. This is Leo's old exhaust because I gave him the one out of the giveaway CRX, since we're going to be upgrading that. This car has a 2 1/4, 2.5 inch piping system. This resonator is for stock like 1 3/4. So I don't want to restrict the exhaust system running a 2.5 into a 1 3/4. I do have another exhaust system that Christian gave to me, since he also upgraded his exhaust system to Yanaka. This one has a resonator on it. This is the Vibrant bottleneck style, but it is for 3 inch. Although it is stepped down to 2.5, it just has a bunch of welds that I don't want to deal with because it looks ugly. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's not the permanent exhaust to the car anyways, right? So I might end up using this one. I really hope this raspiness is gone. Let's see how it sounds like. It's still raspy, but I do notice that it's a little deeper from the shifter forward, and the raspiness is in the back. I don't know if that's because the exhaust system up until the back muffler is 2 1/4, 2.5, and then the back half is actually stock. So the stock piping starts here and out the bumper. So that was a 3 inch resonator, and the car didn't even lose that much raspiness. But nonetheless, we already did it. It is what it is. It's not going to kill me. It's just annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and just move that car back over here and get to blocking. All right, guys, where did we leave off? So I sanded down the passenger side, right? I was cutting this down with 180, and then I chased it with the 320, really nice and smooth. And a lot of areas I had to do by hand because the block, I didn't want it to like overlay and then scratch into the plastic, into the fresh paint and stuff like that. So I did a lot of this right here by finger. But while I was doing the passenger side, Leo showed up to drop off a few parts for some of my friends, and we kind of just hung out for a little bit and caught up with him because I know a lot of you guys have been asking about where Leo's been. Leo actually has a new schedule with his work, and he's like literally the complete opposite of me. He's working night shift now. He's sleeping, I'm awake. I'm sleeping, he's awake, so on and so forth. So he came by on his day off to drop off a few parts, and he took off back home. And while he and in between that, I was literally sanding down the entire driver's side. And this right here, guys, is all said and done. Now, you've probably seen the black spots on it. I used guide coat to help guide me sanding the car down. I wasn't using it to find high or low spots. I was just using it to let me know I already touched this area because it's nice and, you know, flat gray instead of all blacked out. And the black is where I was sanding it off to let me know I already touched that area. So I wasn't using it to find dents, but I found 2 dents. One very lightly, I don't know if you guys can see it here in the camera, right there, ever so slightly. You can't really feel it unless you run your hand across it like a million times. You'll feel it there. Sorry, not this one, this one right here. You can't see it, but it's a really low spot, and I was just gonna let it be, not worry about it. But then I found this dent over here, and this one's actually bigger. That right there is a low spot. You can see I already started cutting into the paint, or through the primer into the bottom paint, and there's still black spots right there. If you run your hand on it, you can definitely feel that as a dip. So because I want to repair that one because it's much larger, I'm just going to go ahead and fill the other side as well. Probably not going to get to the bumper tonight, which really doesn't matter anyways, because we're not needing to put the bumper on anytime soon until the car is fully painted, and then, you know, we'll prep this to get it onto the car. But for now, staying off so we don't overspray on it. So we did the body work on the passenger door. This one's got like 3 coats of primer right now, just drying up. Some product, high built primer surfacer. I'm probably gonna sand it again tomorrow. This one right here has like 4 coats because it is a bigger surface, and I wanted to drown the body filler so it's not like transparent. And ready to sand tomorrow as well. Yeah, this kind of escalated really quickly, but I am super stoked to get some paint on both the left and right hand side, doors, quarter, and pillars tomorrow. That's my goal for tomorrow, guys. I was going to do one side and then do the other side another day, but like I said, I need this car kind of gone now, so I'm just going to speed up the process and just shoot it all at once to get it fully one color, guys. And we're almost there. We're definitely almost there. The last thing I'm going to do for tonight is to rinse the car down and to rinse the driveway of all the dust and stuff, but I'm not going to do it right now on camera because I'm still waiting for that primer to dry up. But we are pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. We went to David's house this morning to go cut the roll cage out of his CRX, which is over there. He's going to be doing the full interior swap back into his car. He bought the car as a shell. It didn't have interior at all other than one bucket seat, and he is going to do the SIR rear seats. So hopefully we'll do an installation video on how to do the SIR rear seats, because there are brackets. You need a weld in the back here for the backboard or the back seat and the bottom seat. So we'll kind of talk more about that later. We came back and we pretty much got the entire rest of the primered body prep for tomorrow's paint job. But it is about 9 o'clock right now. Super hungry, super tired, super filthy, and I'm pretty much gonna wrap it up right here, guys. If you enjoy today's progress on the 89 CRX HF CRX La Ponda, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for the paint job tomorrow in 2 days for you guys, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Be sure to hit the notification bell too, because these uploads are coming spot on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12 p.m. PST, guys. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.